What is good? Good morning to everybody, boxing fans, critics, and analysts. Man, we love the sport of boxing. You know what I'm saying? Thank you guys so much for, liking, subscribing, sharing, you know what I mean? The content I've been pushing. I really, really appreciate the new subscribers, man. We are family. This is an open platform, to discuss the sport of boxing. We'll talk about it, share our opinions and viewpoints concerning the sport of boxing, you know what I mean? And that's what it's about here. You know what I'm saying? On my platform, on Renee Box Young, there are different platforms that, do the same. And, specialists in other areas, when it comes to the sport of boxing, some platforms are great in breaking down pay-per-view numbers and things of that nature. I just like to generally speak of the sport of boxing, specifically when it comes to, certain matchups, breaking down the skills and attributes that certain fighters have in the ring. You know what I'm saying? That's what I focus on more. And obviously, news that goes on, when it comes to the sport of boxing, which I want to break down and talk about today. There are some things I'm sure you guys heard about, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure you guys heard about some things that have came about, emerged in the sport of boxing with certain fighters. I want to talk about that. I want to hear your viewpoints on it, you know what I'm saying? And potential fights that Jay Giles is in the building, man. What's going on, family, man? Jay Giles always shows love, man. I definitely appreciate you, Jay Giles, man. And everybody, you know what I'm saying, who's been showing love, it's just been so much fun, man. I mean, I just want to say something. The end of this year, let me take a sip of my coffee, right? I don't know what, but I know it's kind of weird, but, like I said, my platform's small, so I don't really pay attention too much when it comes to, like, checking the algorithms on my channel and things of that nature. But I mean, common sense shows me, you know what I'm saying? common sense shows me that there has been a nice growth, you know what I'm saying, recently, so I'm really, really happy about that. I'm glad about it because, it grows, you know what I'm saying? The community here grows and we can just, discuss what we love, which is the sport of boxing, you know what I'm saying? We are family, you know what I'm saying? The community grows and I'm really appreciative of that, you know what I'm saying? Definitely shouts out to the platforms that have been inviting me the other day, Stay Ready TV, shouts out to Stay Ready, invited me the other day, Act Reacher, the Jab Jamboree family, man. Y'all are awesome, you know what I'm saying? Obviously Blue Blood, those who have been on my platform, time and time again, y'all already know who they are, Reggie Owens, you know what I'm saying? These guys are family, man. I just really appreciate all you guys. You know what I'm saying? Everybody who jumps in the comments and the chats, who tune in live. It's just been so much fun, man. I love it. I love it. And me saying this, is I have seen, you know what I'm saying? Sorry, I have seen that, you know what I'm saying, these past couple months, towards the end of this year. It's just great stuff, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, I don't know if I mentioned Blue Blood, obviously, you know what I'm saying, inviting me. It's just awesome stuff, man. So much support and love, you know what I'm saying? And the approach I have is just a, common sense approach, mature, coherent approach when it comes to the sport of boxing. You know what I'm saying? Open approach to everyone, you know what I'm saying? Open-minded, so, and I want to talk about some interesting things today, man, when it comes to sport, you know what I'm saying? With certain fighters that I'm sure you probably heard of it, but I want to kind of get my input on it, you know what I'm saying? Give you guys my input. Bumpy Thompson's in the building. No, it's all good. Don't even worry about it, Bumpy Thompson, man. I appreciate your support, man. Don't even worry about it, bro. I understand, Bumpy Thompson. It's all good, man. You constantly support, man. Thank you so much, bro. I always have your back. We cooking on today. Definitely, fam. Definitely, man. So, yeah, what we cooking on? All right, we're going to get it, man. There are several things I want to talk about, but it just depends on those who jump in the building. And, because sometimes I have things planned. I've said it time and time again that sometimes I have things planned that I'm going to talk about. And then, comments and people comment about other things. And, I just start, piggybacking off of that. And it's a community. So that, I like to jump off what you guys say too. What I have planned to talk about is first, I want to talk a little bit about Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., which is not too relevant in the sport of boxing. But I want to talk a little bit something. It's about boxing, right? So it's about the sport of boxing. So I want to talk about Adrien Broner, what's going on with him, with the civil issue he's going through, the lawsuit, whatever, right, that he's going through. Sad situation, man. Sad situation to talk about, Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia, man. Want to talk about that. So, yeah, man, I want to talk about a couple things, man. So I want to get to it, man. Definitely, man. Thanks so much, Jay Giles, for your support, man. So we'll see who jumps in today, man. We'll see how it goes. The thing here, man, I know I should. And I got to start doing that. And my apologies. You know what I'm saying? That I got to, when it comes to me going live, I don't have a set time. You know what I'm saying? I have gotten soccer training clubs in the building. What's going on, family? I have gotten the routine, as you guys know, those who are constantly jumping in. I have the routine of going live in the mornings, like right now, but I don't schedule it. I got to do that. And my apologies, man, for not doing that. I apologize, man. I'm sorry about that, you guys. I'm getting the hang of it, even though I've been doing it for a minute. You know what I'm saying? But not too long though. Not too long at all, really. Just a few months. Just a few months. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to like really going live constantly, it's just been a few months, couple months, few months. I don't know how many months, but it's premature, I guess, me going live. So I got to start scheduling lives like a day prior, 2 days prior, so you guys can, know, and, because I know I just jump on sometimes. So I know I got to do that more. So I apologize on that, man. So yeah, man, let's get to it. So let's start out talking about, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. He's going to fight on November 21st. No promotion at all. I mean, we're in November right now, man. It's November. It's November 5th. This guy, he's going to fight on November 21st. And he's going to fight a guy called Nicholas Mascheroni, something like that. I mean, this guy's like an Argentinian. I never heard of him in my life. I'm sure a lot of people haven't heard of this dude. So Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Oh my gosh, Senior. I don't want to disrespect Junior like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, disrespect Senior like that. Mistaken Senior for Junior. Yeah, vice versa, whatever, right? So yeah, man, this guy, Julio Cesar Jr., is going to fight a guy named Nicholas Mascheroni, something like that. And on November 21st. On November 21st. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, definitely, JJL. Man, JJL's all love, man. Definitely, guys. I thank you guys so much, man. Definitely. In this together. Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And this guy's going to fight Mascheroni on November 21st. No promotion. It's this month. That's the thing about this. I want to talk about this, that recently also, if I'm not mistaken, I just saw it recently the other day, a week and a half ago. I don't remember. I think his house got robbed, man. This kid, I mean, that's the thing. This kid, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., he's not like, he has to grow up, man. I mean, the way he lives his life, his lifestyle, it's his personal business, you know what I'm saying? But the reason why I speak about this is because it affects his performance. It affects his professional life. And it has been affecting his personal life. His professional life for a long time. You know what I'm saying? For a long time. It's been affecting his professional life. It's sad. Lost cause. You know what I'm saying? And he talks about, he wants to prove, he talks about how his career has been questioned the last couple fights. No, his career has been questioned for the last dozens of fights. This guy, I mean, he has to take things seriously in his life. He's not doing it. And, mostly it looks like he's just writing off the name of his dad, man. That's the sad thing about it. He, the last fight he fought in, whining and complaining of him losing, you know what I'm saying? This kid, man, I don't know what's going on, and the promotion, it's just sad, man. It's a sad case where, you see a fighter, he has been given so many opportunities and it's just going down the drain, you know what I'm saying? And it's a sad thing. And why am I talking about this? Because it's news, you know what I'm saying? So November 21st, I don't think I'm going to see that fight, man, and much less call it. I don't think it's not really that important and relevant, you know what I'm saying? But I just want to talk about it, like I said, because it's news, you know what I'm saying? So that's what's going on with Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. He's going to fight on November 21st. I don't even know if it's going to be on DAZN. Probably, most likely it's going to be in Mexico. But it's just I don't know, man. It's weird stuff, man. I never heard of this guy, Nicholas Mascheroni. I think they're going to be fighting in super middleweight. And this guy is not going to get in any, top rankings, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. If he is in the rankings, I don't know why. And you guys already know the story of, the sanctioning bodies and the rankings, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I don't know why this guy, I mean, who knows what's Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. So, and his house recently got robbed. I think it was the second time his house got robbed. I mean, the people he's messing with, the people he's with, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. That's his personal business, but, it's some sketchy stuff and it's a sad cause, you know what I'm saying? It's sad case with Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. and his career. And then no one really pays attention to this guy, you know what I'm saying? And it's just sad, you know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to mention that, you know what I'm saying, what's going on with Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. He's going to fight on November 21st. Don't see any promotion at all. Nicholas Mascheroni, no one's really talking about it at all. I'm the only one, I think. Okay. But I saw it and I just wanted to, mention it, throw it out there. You know what I'm saying? It's going on. It's a recent current development in the sport of boxing, and I want to talk about also, let's get to someone else here. I want to talk about Adrien Broner. Okay. So Adrien Broner, I want to focus a little bit more on this because Adrien Broner, the accomplishments that he has had in the sport of boxing, man, great accomplishments. And everybody knows the story with him, you know what I'm saying? And apparently, as you guys know, this goes back, you know what I'm saying? He has had, little beef, with him and, Regis Prograis. They've been going back and forth, a little bit, on interviews or what have you know what I'm saying? Their names have been thrown out there from their mouths, and from these two fighters. And, Adrien Broner recently, I'm sure you guys all saw it. I think it went viral. I'm not sure if it's even viral, but, he was in court. And it's interesting because when you listen to that whole court session or whatever, right? You see Adrien Broner. To me, he kind of looked like, and it was sad, man. It was sad for me to see it. He kind of looked like a kid. He looked like a kid that was being reprimanded by his mom. Really, that judge was not tolerating anything. You know what I'm saying? She was just, and he was trying to give explanations, and she was like, why aren't you paying? Why aren't you, I don't even know what the judge was saying, but she was saying things along the lines of like, you're not, I've been telling you for like 8 months or something like that, month after month, man, that Adrien Broner hasn't, abided by any stipulations or court orders that he had to, because there was a lawsuit, a while ago, I think back in 2018 or something like that, where he had some kind of lawsuit from a woman. I think he was groping her or something like that, man. And, unfortunately, Adrien Broner, man, another problem with the law, got sued or something. He owes like $800,000, almost $1 million, man. And he hasn't paid up. That's the thing. Adrien Broner, man, that's the sad thing about it. Another sad case of a professional fighter like Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., you know what I'm saying? Where Adrien Broner is different though, because he has skills. He is a great, he's really talented. Y'all know the story about Adrien Broner. The trajectory he has had, earlier in his career. Great fighter, man. But, last few years, he's just, too much partying, too much of that wildlife, man. And I understand. He brings entertainment. He puts butts in seats. We know that, you know what I'm saying? But I think he's just been taking it too far. Adrien Broner has been taking it way too far with his personal life and mixing it. And it has been destroying his professional life, man. Definitely destroying his professional life. And he was talking about, in the case in court, while he was in court there, he looked like a scared little kid, man. Like I said, it looked like, the judge was like his mom, just straight up reprimanding him. Adrien, I don't know his middle name, but Adrien Williams Broner, you gotta, she was just, the judge was going off, man. The judge was going off on Adrien Broner, and Adrien Broner was like, I got a lot of friends, and, I give money out. I'm a generous guy. And I'm sure he is. I remember some time ago, it was months and months ago, I saw him in an interview. I don't know who interviewed him, and I don't know what event, whatever, right? He was like in an event or something, and he's constantly goes to fights, and he was interviewed in a hotel lobby, and it was a while ago, man. But he's a really nice guy. When I saw that, I saw a different part of Adrien Broner, because he was like caught off guard in the interview. I think you could say he was caught off guard. I don't think it was scheduled. They just caught him, and they said like in the lobby, and he was sitting there, getting interviewed, asked questions, and, people were walking by, and, he's such a nice guy. This is a different part of Adrien Broner that I saw, because he was alone. He wasn't with his, compadres, right? He wasn't with his team, with his squad. He was alone, and did you know that when you talk to somebody alone and when you're with somebody alone, you can see a different side of them. You can see like the real side of them. You know what I'm saying? Many times, most of us, we act differently when we're with a group of people, and we try to show off and put a mask on sometimes. You know what I'm saying? It's just the reality of human nature. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we act in a different way when we're with a group of people, with our, with our squad. You know what I'm saying? When we're alone, we tend to open up a little bit more, and we tend to show our real side. It's kind of like when you're at your house. When you're in your house alone with somebody, you show your real side. You know what I'm saying? Which is why, I don't want to get too much into it, but which is why, when people get married, right, with marriages, that's why, sometimes a lot of marriages, the divorce rate is quite high because, many of the times, couples get together and, they're with, friends and with their groups, and now, I like him, he's a really nice guy or girl or whatever, right? And, in public, we're somebody else, right? Sometimes when you go to restaurants or what have you, in public places, you got to give your best face, right? And when you're behind closed doors, then like the real you comes out, you know what I'm saying? And which is why a lot of people, they get kind of, disappointed. When people get married or what have you, they see the real side of their spouse or whatever you want to call them, right? So I mean, that's what it is. With Adrien Broner, I remember this interview months ago. You really don't see him like that in interviews because he's usually with a lot of people partying, just wilding out, man. And Adrien Broner, he is really a nice guy. I mean, he looks like a really, really humble, I don't know how to describe him and he said it out his own mouth when he was in court. He was saying to the judge, I'm a real generous guy, and I don't doubt it. And I think a lot of that money, I think he was, trying to imply that one of the reasons why he hasn't paid up is because, he just gives his money away, man. He gives a lot of his money away. And I think it's sad, man. I mean, and that's the thing. He has taken this whole party, living, the wildlife too far. He has taken it too far, you know what I'm saying? And it has definitely affected his professional life, man, and his career and his livelihood. We got to understand, man, this is his livelihood we're talking about. And I think it's sad. I'm not sitting here, I'm just saying what I feel about it. The more, I feel more sad for Adrien Broner. I'm not here to criticize him. I'm not here to say, oh, what a dummy or no, right? I'm just here to say, it's a sad thing. Because when I saw him in the court, like I said, I don't know if you guys saw the video, but go check it out. Adrien in court, he got arrested in court, and, taken into custody because of this $800,000, lawsuit that he hasn't paid up for more than a year. That's really, really irresponsible, man. And we know, I think, from the time that he was, from the time that he was sued, that $800,000 lawsuit, whatever, to now, I'm sure he has had the money to pay. But then again, you got to understand, fighters of that magnitude, that get that kind of revenue, they got a lot of bills to pay. For example, we see Floyd Mayweather, right? We see Floyd Mayweather swimming in money. A lot of that money goes to bills, man. He has bills to pay. You know what I'm saying? He has a lot of bills to pay. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we think that it's just, him swimming in money and no cares in the world. It looks like that from the surface, but you know what I'm saying? In reality, I mean, he has a lot of bills to pay. Look at the mansions that he has. If I'm not mistaken, he has other mansions in other states. He has cars to maintain. He has people to pay. He has people who rely on him and depend on him for paychecks. You know what I'm saying? Bodyguards, whatever. Chefs and blah, 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 whatever. People who clean, maintenance in his mansions. And I mean, he has a lot of things he has a lot of bills to pay. And I'm not even talking about the fighters under him that are signed to him. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, he makes profit, but I mean, he has a lot of bills to pay. Same thing with Adrien Broner. I mean, he has bills to pay. I don't even know how many children he has. I think he has several children, you know what I'm saying? For the same thing. I mean, he's just not, he's just out there, with women and, it's sad, dude. It's really, really sad. And now the thing here is that, why am I talking about this? Because it affects the sport of boxing, his professional career, because from what he said in the court, when he was with the judge there, he was talking about that he had a fight scheduled in January. You see? So now we're probably not even going to see him. We're probably not even going to see him fight. And we're going to get Soccer Training Club's question in a moment here. We're probably not even going to see him fight in January, guys, because this is November, December, like a month and some odd days away, a month and a half, 2 months away from Adrien Broner's scheduled fight, according to what he said in the courtroom, and now he's in jail. It's probably not going to happen, man. And he was talking about, debating the case there. He was, saying like, I got to fight in January. I'll pay it off. I'll pay off this $800,000, whatever lawsuit, but I got to fight in January so I can pay. And the judge, man, she was showing no mercy at all, man. This lady, man, wow, you gotta hear her, how she was talking to Adrien Broner, man. She was having none of it. She wasn't having any of it from Adrien Broner, man. She's like, no, I told you, months have gone by. You have not, abided by any of the orders of the court orders. And man, she was just going off. Adrien Broner was trying. Man, it was a sad thing, very sad thing, man. And he got arrested until he has proof, or until he shows proof of how he can pay, that he will pay, And Adrien Broner was asking like legal questions. He was asking questions to the judge, like legal questions. And she was like, you know what? I'm not going to give you any, I can't give you any legal advice. That's for your lawyer to answer. You figure it out with your lawyer. In other words, you figure it out with your lawyer. Don't ask me any of those questions. I'm not going to answer them. Adrien Broner, you have been, not listening to anything. You're not paying. You're not this and that. You haven't shown no proof of payment, of this $800,000, and oh my gosh, man, he was getting slammed in the court, and so he's in jail. I don't know if he got bailed out or whatever. I don't know. I haven't checked, but from what I know, he's in jail, and he's expected to show proof that he'll be able to pay the $800,000 that he owes the woman that he, did this thing against. I don't know whatever. He groped her or something like that, right? I guess it was kind of sexual kind of thing, right? I don't know. But now he's probably most likely not going to fight in January. Hopefully he does. Okay, I guess according to what I heard, it was against Ivan Redkach. Okay, the guy that Danny Garcia fought. Ivan Redkach, the guy that Tank sparred. So we'll see, man. And Regis Prograis recently said in social media that, he said that, that Adrien Broner is messing up his money, man. So that shows that they were probably going to fight soon, man. Isn't that messed up? So that shows that Regis Prograis and Adrien Broner were going to fight soon, man. They were going to fight. And people were already talking about it. Platforms, boxing community have been talking about it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a sad thing, man, to see Adrien Broner in this situation. And how many times, has he gotten arrested? How many times has he been getting in problems, with the law and just in and out, going to jail, living that party life. And check this out. It just came to me. In the court, while, the judge was just chewing Adrien Broner out, man, she talked about, she brought up something on Instagram, like a video of him throwing money around and, having loads of money, which is why the judge was angrier. She got even more angry. Hold on, let me get a sip of my coffee. She was even more indignated, of the fact that Adrien Broner has money, showing off money on Instagram. And she's like, you haven't paid anything and you have money. You're sitting here flashing your money around on Instagram on this video and you haven't showed a cent. I'm paraphrasing, okay? You haven't given a cent to the $800,000, lawsuit or whatever that you owe this young lady. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? Adrien Broner, man, he really, really has to just mature and grow up, man. Zeno's in the building. Bruce goes. What's going on, fam? What is going on, bro? We're talking about Adrien Broner right now. We just talked about Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. He has a fight scheduled. I think it was on November 21st. And, similar thing with Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. and with Adrien Broner, man. These guys, but right now we're focusing on Adrien Broner. It's sad. Like I said, I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to, humiliate Adrien Broner. I'm just saying what I feel about it. I think it's really sad to see Adrien Broner in this situation. He's in jail. Now we're probably not going to see him fight in January, which he revealed in the court, right? In the court session there, he revealed that he was going to have a fight and he has a fight in January. He probably won't fight now because he's in jail until he shows proof that he's going to pay the $800,000 that he owes. And Regis Prograis mentioned recently, you know what, Adrien Broner, you're messing up my money. You know what I'm saying? So that shows that they were going to fight, Adrien Broner and Prograis after Prograis' January fight. I'm sorry, Adrien Broner's January fight, which was reportedly, according to many people, boxing community, he was going to fight Ivan Redkach. Most likely after that, he was going to fight Regis Prograis. That's a fight a lot of people wanted to see. You know what I'm saying? We saw recently excuse me, we saw Regis Prograis' recent performance. I mean, he's pretty good. I mean, that would be a great matchup. You know what I'm saying? The styles that Adrien Broner and Regis Prograis have would serve for a great matchup, man. I think it would be a cool fight to watch. You know what I'm saying? But it's sad because now we see Adrien Broner in the situation. Now we see he's in jail again. It's like, man, this is crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's get real quick to the chat real fast. We got Stock Training Club saying question. Adrien Broner recently spoke on possible fight between Canelo versus Charlo. Yeah, I remember that. And I think I mentioned that. I don't know when I mentioned it, but yeah, I think I mentioned it on a chat the other day. I don't remember whose platform it was on someone's live. But yeah, Eddie Reynoso said it. Let's hope it happens, though. No, for me personally, it's hard for me to believe any of these guys anymore. You know what I'm saying? As far as certain teams, certain people. You know, unfortunately, well, Canelo and Charlo, we've been clamoring for a long time. Charlo, more than anything, you know, has been clamoring for. But I don't know. Was he referring to Mel or Mal? You know, that's the question there. I don't know if I think it was Jamal, right? I think he was referring to Jamal. Yeah, Jamal. I think it's Jamal Charlo. So, and, you know, in this case with Eddie Reynoso and Canelo and his team, you know what I'm saying? I won't believe it until I see it. I won't believe it until it's official. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing here. You know, that's the thing here with Canelo. I mean, the way they maneuver, the way that Canelo maneuvers around and divisions and opponents, you know, facing certain opponents and, having certain opponents scheduled to fight him, the way he has been maneuvering, the reason why I say is because I won't believe that until I see it. You know, Eddie Reynoso, you know, he can speak all he wants. You know, these guys can speak all they want, but until it's signed, until it's delivered, sealed and delivered, you know, I won't believe it. I mean, it's great that he spoke it, though. I mean, I guess, but I would love to see this fight. Canelo versus Charlo, man. Ooh, this would be a beautiful fight. This would be such a beautiful fight, but I kind of want to wait some time until things materialize. You know what I'm saying? Those are the thoughts I have, at least until now, because I did remember this was a couple of days ago that Eddie Reynoso spoke this out in an interview or something like that. Talked about, you know, Jamal Charlo versus Canelo. They want that fight. So, but it's not. But check this out, guys. Check this out. Please listen. From what I know, Canelo hasn't said a word about Charlo. He hasn't even mentioned him. So, I mean, it's kind of like, but the thing here, I mean, you know that Canelo is always in the gym. I mean, this guy's ready. You know what I'm saying? Canelo is ready to fight. So that's Charlo also. Jamal, he's a really disciplined cat. You know what I'm saying? He's a disciplined, I'm going to call him lion. He's a disciplined lion. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, Eddie Reynoso says it, but we haven't heard Canelo say it. What did he say recently about Demetrius Andrade? Oh, he's boring. And I mean, come on, man. I mean, we would love to see a Canelo versus Demetrius Andrade. They're both affiliated with the Zone. Why haven't they fought yet? You know what I'm saying? Why haven't, so yeah, I got a lot of questions in my mind. Sometimes. What did Ryan Garcia recently say about Devin Haney? Oh, he's boring too. Copying Canelo's phrase there. I mean, come on, man. Don't be. I mean, those are things I don't buy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, those are things that it's like, come on, man, come on. What are we talking about? You know, what are you saying? What are you saying? You know what I'm saying? So Canelo's not even talking about it or mentioning Charlo. Hopefully he does, and hopefully this materializes. But Eddie Reynoso saying it that they want to fight Charlo. I won't believe it until I see it. You know what I'm saying? Until they start actually negotiating and start actually, signing and sealing and delivering contracts. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see, man. We really hope this will happen. Hopefully around next year, sometime early next year. Canelo's been, when was the last time he fought, man? When was the last time he fought? Could somebody remind me? When was the last time Canelo fought? I think it was been like a year. I even forgot who he fought. Who did he fight? Kovalev? It's like a year ago. I mean, that's the thing, man. Canelo's been on the side, on the sidelines, just waiting, kind of like those punters, those replace punters. I'm sorry, I haven't seen football in a long time. Those punters or those quarterbacks, on the sidelines, just waiting for the main quarterback to get injured or something, and then he'll jump right in. That's how Canelo is right now. The whole lawsuit and all this stuff, man, it's sad. It's a sad situation with Canelo, but I really hope, just to answer that question, Soccer Training Club, I really hope this happens, but I think it's just too premature. We just got to wait till things are official. You know what I'm saying? Because Canelo, like I said, the maneuvering and their team, it's hard to believe that. It's hard to believe that this will happen, and if it does happen, check it out, guys. Listen, if Charlo Canelo does happen, I think it'll probably be one of Canelo's last fights in his career. I mean, the clock is ticking. I know it sounds crazy. And I talk about retirement with several fighters, You know what I'm saying? But Canelo, he has made more than enough money. If he wins this lawsuit, he's probably going to ride off into the win, man. Why would he want to fight more? You know what I'm saying? But he probably will, you know, but Canelo versus Charlo would be like a great mega fight. And he'll probably just ride off into the win with that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe, because, you know, he has had surgery. A lot of people ignore that and forget it, that he has had surgery. I think it was in his right knee. So, I mean, his knee, we don't know how long his knees are going to last. You know what I'm saying? He trains a lot. You know, that also takes a toll on your knees. You know what I'm saying? Training all the time. He sleeps in the gym, man. It seems like he lives in the gym. You know what I'm saying? So, but we'll see what happens there, man. We got here Jay Giles saying that start training Canelo will duck till he finds a piece until he finds a piece of bread. Charlo has been calling him. That's the thing. Exactly. Those fights won't. Yes. Well said, Jay Giles. I tend to agree with that. And exactly, it's exactly what you're saying. It's exactly, yep. Entities getting there, yeah, exactly. And you know what Jay Giles is saying? Too much politics in these sections, screwing these big fights. Exactly. That's exactly why I won't believe it until I see it. Exactly. That's exactly why. Thank you, Jay Giles, for explaining it. You know, in a short fashion. You know, answering, you know, Soccer Training Club there. That's exactly why I won't believe it until I see it. Exactly, Jay Giles. Exactly. You hit the nail on the head, bro. You hit the nail on the head. And that's exactly why I don't see Canelo Charlo anytime soon. I really don't see it. You know what I'm saying? I really don't see it. Thanks so much, man. Thanks so much. Yeah, about AB, bro. And getting back to AB, I mean, Adrien Broner, we'll see when he gets out of jail. We'll see the develops. You know, the thing here, man, I want to just to finish off the Adrien Broner, we're going to get to another topic, you know, concerning, you know, box talking news. Sometimes I ask myself, until when will we see, you know, people like Adrien Broner shape up? Now, check this out. The blueprint of what not to do. Okay. We always talk about, what to do. This is the blueprint for fighters and what to do. I'm saying, follow this blueprint. You're going to be successful. Follow this blueprint. You're going to be amazing. You're going to be blah, blah, blah. But there are also blueprints for fighters, you know, and what not to do. You see what I'm saying? In this case, Adrien Broner is a perfect example. Unfortunately, like I said, time again, it's sad to see this, but this is what Tank has to see. Tank Davis, young fighters like Tank Davis, all these young and up, you know, champs, they have to see fighters like this. Mike Tyson, you can even go historically speaking, you know, back in history, you know, fighters that have really screwed it up in their personal lives with all the success and fame and money. Those are perfect blueprints. Modern example right now is Adrien Broner. Modern day example. Okay. Modern day example is Adrien Broner. Another example is Andy Ruiz. Why not? Andy Ruiz. Why not? Why not? Because he took out amazing upset against Anthony Joshua. What did he do? He screwed it up. Man. Andy Ruiz screwed it up with partying and you know, living the wild life. However he wanted to you know, however he screwed it up, man. You know, Robles, his former trainer, you know, explained it, what was going on, you know, in several interviews. You know what I'm saying? That he just didn't live the disciplined lifestyle anymore. His fire burned out. His fire died out. His fire died out. You know, Andy Ruiz's fire died out. I'm not just talking about Adrien Broner. You see, there are several examples, modern day examples. Andy Ruiz is another one. You know, he's straight. Threw it in the garbage, man. Unfortunately. I mean, great. I'm not taking anything away from Andy Ruiz and his wonderful performance against Anthony Joshua in the first fight. Nothing away. Man, that was such an amazing upset. Had Andy Ruiz returned to the gym, yeah, rest a little bit, enjoy your life. That's great. You know what I'm saying? But return to the gym as you had that same hunger before you beat Anthony Joshua. Return to the gym. You know, keep your head on your shoulders, bro. Champ. You know what I'm saying? And had he beat Anthony Joshua again in a rematch, dude, Andy Ruiz would be in the stars right now. He would be on cloud 9 right now, ladies and gentlemen. That's another example. I'm not saying Andy Ruiz screwed up his whole career. No, he still has a lot to go. Apparently he's training again, but we've yet to see that. You know what I'm saying? We've yet to see his performance again. We got to wait till he gets back into the ring. I'm still sketchy about Andy Ruiz. I'm still sketchy. I hope he's not a one-hit wonder. You know what I'm saying? I mean, got to speak it how it is. You know, I'm 100 with all these fighters. I don't look at race. You know what I'm saying? I'm 100 with all these fighters. So these fighters, what I'm saying, get back to what I'm saying with AB, you know what I'm saying? These fighters, these young champs, got to see these blueprints on what not to do. And this is a big plus. Now let's get into the next topic here. Now it's talking about, I've heard, check this out. And I'm sure you guys heard, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure you guys heard that next year, possibly Cinco de Mayo, May 5th, possibly, we're going to see Ryan Garcia versus Tank Davis. I doubt it. Okay, I mean, I got to get that out there first. I doubt it. I highly doubt that's going to happen. But I've heard along the wayside that they're shooting for that. Okay, I really doubt that's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. I just don't see that. I don't see a Gervonta Davis versus a Ryan Garcia early next year. No way. It's too soon, man. It's too soon for Ryan Garcia. Why? Getting back to what I'm saying with Tank Davis now, because what did Tank just do? You already know. And what is he doing now? It's just like what I said days ago. That Leonard Ellerby clearly said in the interview post Leo Santa Cruz Davis fight. He said that Gervonta Davis is more focused now. He wants to be more disciplined now. He wants to live that disciplined lifestyle in between fights and train and be ready. Check this out, guys. And what happened? I think it was just yesterday or something like that. Social media. He posted a video or a video picture or whatever of him in training again. He's training again, you guys. It's just like what I said. You know, just like what Leonard Ellerby said, actually. You know, just something that I pointed out. You know what I'm saying? So Tank Davis, it looks like, and thanks to you guys, I don't remember who said it in the chat the other day on a live. You know, I was kind of waiting on, you know, but it's confirmed, you know what I'm saying, that Tank Davis, he's not in Baltimore now. He's not in that, you know, environment that took him down, that led him astray from living that disciplined lifestyle, staying focused, you know, tunnel vision as a champ should, you know, as a young champ should do. He's out of Baltimore now. He's out of that environment. Now he's training, if I'm not mistaken, in Las Vegas, in Nevada, whatever. He's completely out of his, you know, party environment or whatever, you know, that dangerous environment that's just going to take him down, you know what I'm saying? And now he's training. I mean, he just got out of a fight, you guys. He still has a bruise in his eye, you know what I'm saying? And he's back in training. Whoa. So why am I saying this? Because we're hearing around the wayside that Ryan Garcia, okay, and Tank Davis they're eyeballing Cinco de Mayo 2021 fight. I don't think that's going to happen, you guys. I don't think it's going to happen. Why? Because people are seeing, you know, Ryan Garcia's higher ups, you know, his manager, y'all know who it is, sees that Tank Davis is training now, sees that Tank Davis is focused now. Do you actually think that he's going to want him to fight Ryan Garcia after this impressive win? And now that he's really focused? I don't think so, guys. Let me get to your chat, you guys. Let me get to your chat. Yeah, I love AB Buddy Tripping. Yeah, definitely, man. So, yeah, definitely. Thanks so much, Jay Giles. Like I said, man, I'm gonna start posting my lives like a day and a half, 2 days before I actually go live, and that's something I haven't done, which I said at the beginning of this live. So yeah, my apologies, man. I'm gonna start doing that. Definitely, I'm gonna have to start doing that. So we got here, Bruce. Thank you so much, man, for jumping in. Twin, been acting the fool. all right. Soccer Training Club, because you say here, why doesn't Charlo transcends to 168? He's taller and can sure carry weight. Why sit around? Good point, Soccer Training Club. Good point. You have a point there, Soccer Training Club. But the problem here is, you know, Soccer Training Club, the problem here is that, you know, Charlo, you know, he's just fought Derevchenko, as we all know. I mean, he could do that, but here's the thing, Soccer Training Club. The risk is, this is the risk, that he'll probably go up. If he goes up to 168, which he probably will, he'll probably be found chasing around Canelo, and Canelo won't fight him. That's the problem there. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem, because Canelo, his maneuvering is sketchy, man. It's sketchy, and he hasn't really called out. Canelo really hasn't called out or mentioned anything about Charlo. So that's a uncertainty there. So if he would go up to 168, yeah, that would be cool if he goes up there and starts fighting, you know, so fighters at 168, because there are some good names up there, man. Wow. Whoa. So if he would do that, and he would just continue calling out Canelo, and Canelo wouldn't respond and stay quiet like he usually is. He would just, it's like, what? I mean, I understand it wouldn't be senseless for him to want to move up to 168, but it would be, if he just does it to go for Canelo, you know what I'm saying? It would be kind of, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? He would just be found chasing Canelo all the time. He would just be found chasing him around, you know? No, fielding was, no, his last fight was with, I think, Rich Gloves, you're referring to Canelo's last fight. No, it was with Kovalev. Yeah, and it was about a year now. So, I mean, Canelo's been on the sidelines, man. He has to fight, man. I mean, unfortunately, this whole... Okay, check this out. Let me go back. Oh, watch this. If I remember correctly, Canelo was scheduled to fight Triple G when he was the mandatory. I think it was at middleweight. Okay? This was years ago. We're talking years, okay? I'm not talking when they first fought. No, this is way before that. This was like a year before they first fought. And this was when Triple G was in his prime, okay? This was around when Triple G was in his prime, okay? There was a mandatory for Triple G to fight Canelo. And Canelo didn't take the fight because Canelo, quote unquote, was going through a lawsuit, okay? What was the lawsuit? His former promoter, where Oscar De La Hoya took him out of, you know, he took him out of the contract. Or no, he infringed... Oscar De La Hoya infringed Canelo's old contract with the other promoter. And at that time, around that time, Triple G was the mandatory for Canelo. A lot of people don't even talk about that. If I remember correctly, that's how it went. So Canelo used the lawsuit thing, as a reason. I'm not saying an excuse, okay? I'm just saying this is what it was, okay? As a reason to not fight Triple G while Triple G was in his prime and when he was mandatory, because of the lawsuit that he was going through. And I think he was sued around $9 million or something like that, or Oscar De La Hoya was sued or whatever, like $8-9 million for that, you know, infringement of Canelo's old contract with his older promoter, his former promoter before he went to Golden Boy. So why do I say this? It might be possible. I mean, that might be why he's not even fighting right now, you guys. I'm not saying that, oh, because he's in the lawsuit, he's gonna, you know, this is the reason why he's ducking. Of course not. But I mean, why is he laying low for so long, man? Why hasn't he fought this year? I mean, I got to question that, you guys. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, he's on the sidelines. I think it's sad. I'm not saying that he's ducking. No, I'm just saying that it's sad to see Canelo has been way too long on the sidelines, man. Way too long. It's sad, man. I mean, it's a sad thing for Canelo right now, man. I understand, my brother, but there are major roles and keys that have to be played right for these fights to happen. Adrien Broner Uncooked on this. No disrespect. No, yeah, of course not. No disrespect. Nah, J. Giles, it's all love, man. But Soccer Training Club knows it, man. It's all love, man. We're family. It's all good, man. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It's not, you know what I'm saying? I mean, as much as I hate it, as much as I don't approve of it, we got to understand there's just a lot of politics in the sport of boxing. It's not as easy as, it's not nowadays, you guys, in the sport of boxing, it's not as easy as this. I'm Canelo, for example. Charlo, I want to fight you. Okay, we're going to sign a contract tomorrow. We're done. We're fighting in 3 months from now. I mean, it's not that easy because of these politics. I mean, it is what it is because of the business. Because promoters come to the fighters and say, hey, do you really want to fight right now? You really want to fight that guy right now? Because 2 years from now, if we build it up, you're going to make 10 times as much. And you think the fighter's going to say no to that? You see what I'm saying, you guys? You see what I'm saying? Bob Arum, he said recently, okay, on Blue Blood, shouts out to our guy, Blue Blood, man. Love him. Love chopping it up with those guys, man. Blue Blood and Kurt. You know, Bob Arum, Blue Blood was interviewed on, Bob Arum was interviewed recently on Blue Blood. You know what I'm saying? And Bob Arum clearly said there, he said that they're not the ones that decide the fights. I'm paraphrasing, okay? But Bob Arum was the one that said that it's the fighters who choose. It's the fighters who choose who they want to fight, not the promoters. That may be true, but the promoters have a big say in this. Why? It's just like what I said right now. Promoters, they will give you the list of options, and they're going to show you monetarily, you know, revenue-wise, which is the better decision. And you think boxers are going to say no to that? those better decisions monetarily speaking. You see what I'm saying? I'm sure fighters say, I want the best. I want the best right now. You know what I'm saying? But then promoters stick their nose in the business and say, you know what? You sure you want to do this, man? Because if we do this in 2022 and in the meantime build it up, you know, and put in social media, who do you think will win? Who do you think will win in this potential mega fight? When they know very well it's not going to be anytime soon. Man, I'm telling you, man, these guys know what they're doing. They're smart. They're businessmen. You see what I'm saying? So promoters show the fighters, hey, these are the fights that, you know, you're saying you want to fight the best, but so-and-so fighter, I'm showing you what's a better option so you can make more money. You see what I'm saying? And that's kind of like what Jay Giles is talking about here. You know, there are lots of roles and keys that have to be played for these fights. Exactly. And sometimes fighters opt for the more money decisions, even though they may say, I want to fight this guy. I want to fight the best. He's calling me out. I'm not going to sit here like a, you know, passively. I want to fight him. But then the promoters come in and say, you know what? Why don't you do this? Because you can make more doing that. And it is what it is, you guys. I mean, that's most likely what's going on. And I'm sure there's more going on. You know, you're talking about, you know, broadcast, televised, you know, where it's going to be and blah, blah, blah. I mean, a lot of business goes on. I don't really talk about those things. But so Briscoe says here, Andy got so much cash for the rematch and it's gone to his head. Exactly. Cars match and got real fat. He needs to go back to. Exactly. So that's why right now, Andy Ruiz, I'm not convinced about him, man. I'm not convinced about him. Ever since I saw him after he beat, and this is before when Andy Ruiz beat Anthony Joshua for the first time, right? The only time, really, the only time. You know, after the first fight, and then you see on social media how he was living, man. I was like, oh man. And when you saw Anthony Joshua go straight back to training, I was thinking, you know what? It looks like Anthony Joshua is going to come back and get the victory in the rematch, man. Why? Because Anthony Joshua is focused. And Anthony Joshua has been making money for a while now, man. He's used to it. And he's not the type of guy. Anthony Joshua has his head on his shoulders, man. Even though he also has his negative aspects, obviously. But he has his head on his shoulders. He doesn't let the fame and money get to him. Anthony Joshua is more focused. You know what I'm saying? And exactly, man. I mean, it is what it is. Anthony Joshua went back to training, and he got the belts back, man. I mean, respect to Anthony Joshua. I mean, we cannot go around that. You know what I'm saying? And Andy got sloppy about it. He got sloppy about it, and that's what it is. It's sad. It's sad, but it's true. Sad, but true. Definitely sad, but true, man. Yes, Bruce goes. Yeah, exactly, Jay Giles. Those are big facts. Big facts. I see where guys Zeno. Same for me. They win. They won't make the fight, sadly. Yeah. With Charlo and Canelo, it's not going to happen, you guys. I don't think Charlo and Canelo is going to happen anytime soon. They're just saying, and it ain't going to happen. It's not going to happen in 2021. Most likely, you guys. Tank Davis, getting back to what we're talking about with Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia. I'm almost positive it's not going to happen in Cinco de Mayo. You think that's going to happen, you guys? If it does, I hope I'm wrong, okay? I've said it time and time again. I hope I'm wrong with these things. If it does, if Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia happens in Cinco de Mayo, May 5th, 2021, man, I've been optimistic about the sport of boxing. I've been saying it, you guys. Listen. Like I said, my platform's small, man, but I've been saying this. I've been saying since when boxing returned from this whole quarantine, I've been saying I feel we're going to see a turnaround, a slow incremental change in the sport of boxing. We're going to see great matchups more. And we're seeing it. We've been seeing it, you guys. Everybody's excited about the fights we've been seeing for the past month or two. I mean, boxing has been blowing. It's been bumping, you guys. Awesome stuff. And if this continues to 2021, man, we're going to see great changes in the sport of boxing. We're going to continue seeing great matchups. And let's hope that this trend continues. Let's hope that this cycle, history repeats itself, you guys. And many times we say it in a negative fashion. History repeats itself. We're going to see another war. History repeats itself. We're going to see another economic crash. History repeat. We usually talk about it in a negative light, but we also can talk about it in a positive light. History repeats itself. In the sport of boxing also, where we will see more great matchups. You see what I'm saying? And that's what I think is happening, you guys. That's what I think. I think history is repeating itself slowly but surely, where we're seeing more amazing matchups that we want to see. You see what I'm saying? Of course, there are matchups that we want to see that aren't happening. Of course, guys. But we're seeing great matchups right now. We're enjoying the sport of boxing so much right now, and in pandemic times. Isn't that ironic? Don't you think? You heard that song, right? Isn't it ironic? Don't you think? Isn't it ironic that we're seeing great matchups in a time where audience cannot be, we're in a time where fans cannot see the fight in the arena or in the stadium, whatever, right? The first one was with Tank Davis and Leo, but before that, in times where they're fighting in a bubble where there's no audience, we're seeing the great matchups. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? Because I think that promoters are starting to get it through their, well, I don't want to say it in the wrong way. Okay. Promoters are starting to get it through their heads that we have to give the great fights that fans want to see. We have to. If not, boxing is going to go down the drain. You see what I'm saying, you guys? You see, I'm going to get to chat real quick, man. I love it. I love chopping up with you guys. He doesn't need to go to square one. He needs to go to fat. It's funny how Zeno expresses himself to fat camp. Oh, come on, Zeno. Oh, man, that's funny. But, I mean, it's true, though. You know, that's the sad thing about Andy Ruiz. I'm not convinced by Andy yet. I'm not convinced with Andy yet, man. Andy, get back to being disciplined, bro. And he still has a career. I mean, he still has a wonderful future, a wonderful career, you know, lined up for him. He just has to get his head straight. He has to get his head straight, man. Rain boxing. Garcia would get, that's the thing. That's the thing. That's exactly what I'm saying, Jay Giles. He would get blitzed right now by Tank if they fought now. Exactly. That's what you think. Do you guys think Oscar doesn't see that? You see what I'm saying? I don't buy into, you guys. I don't easily buy into when people start saying, oh, they're shooting for Cinco de Mayo, Ryan Garcia versus Tank Davis. I don't buy into that too quick. I don't buy into it because you got to look at the context of the situation, you guys. You know, we got to look at Tank, what he recently did to Leo. I know Ryan Garcia is not Leo. I know that. But Tank Davis he's out of Baltimore now. He's back in training again. He's training right now. This is a dangerous Tank Davis, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of people aren't paying attention to this. A lot of people are looking at Gervonta Davis as the old Gervonta Davis. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna experience. We are going to witness a new Gervonta Tank Davis. Mark my words. Okay, we are experiencing and we are witnessing a new, more improved Gervonta Tank Davis, more focused, sharper Gervonta Tank Davis, where when he trains, it's not going to be a weight loss training camp. It's going to be a tools sharpening training camp. It's going to be a craft sharpening, enhancing training camp. Ladies and gentlemen, Gervonta Tank Davis is going to be somebody else, you guys. Ouch. Do you think that Oscar doesn't see this? He is blind if he doesn't see this. And for people to start and for him to say, oh, we want Ryan Garcia versus Tank Davis on May 9th, on May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. Oh my gosh, he's just setting up Ryan Garcia for a fall, ladies and gentlemen. I'm saying, man, Ryan Garcia, he's already setting himself up for a fall. You guys know why? We got Monty Brown in the building. What's going on, Monty Brown? Thanks so much for tuning in, fam. Thank you so much for tuning in. Like I said, guys, sorry. I mean, next time I'm going to have to post days before when I go live because when I go live, I just go live out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to start posting that. I'm sorry. My apologies. I gave my apologies at the beginning of this live that, you know, and a lot of people, you guys don't even know when I'm going to go live. I'm sorry about that. And I'm going to correct myself on that. Next time I go live, I'm going to do my best to a couple days at least before I go live to schedule it. So you guys know when I'm going live. Sometimes I got to do that. Like I said, it's a small channel. I haven't been doing that, but I'm going to brush it up on that, okay? So Monty Brown's in the building. Thanks so much, Monty Brown. What's going on? King. What's going on, fam? So exactly, Jay Giles. That's what I'm saying, that it's not – I'm almost positive, you guys, it's not going to happen. I mean, mark my words, man. It's not going to happen. And I hope I'm wrong. I don't care if I'm wrong. It's great. That's how we learn. That's how we grow in the sport of boxing. You know what I'm saying? Iron sharpens iron. Not only in the sport of boxing, but in life. That's how we learn in life. You know what I'm saying? But mark my words, man. Just like I'm saying, Spence and Bud Crawford's not going to happen in 2021, man. Hope it does. And everything is pointing to it will, or at least a lot is pointing to the road is getting narrower and narrower. Okay, it's getting more narrow. I don't know how to do the comparative of narrow, but the road is getting more narrow for Spence and Bud to happen. It has to happen in 2021. But like I said earlier, the business side, it's going to prolong it most likely, you guys. I don't see Bud versus Spence in 2021. I don't see Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis in 2021. I don't see Teofimo and versus Haney in 2021. I don't see it, you guys. I don't see it. It's because of the promoters and the business side are prolonging these mega fights. I don't see Canelo and Charlo in 2020. I mean, I don't mean to be the party pooper here, but it's most likely going to be like that, you guys. It's most likely going to be like that. But check us out, guys. There are lots of more great fights. There are lots of great fights that we're seeing right now. So let's just enjoy the ride. You see what I'm saying? Let's just enjoy the ride. You know what I'm saying? So they got Bruce Goes saluting Monty. What's going on, Monty? Monty's in the building, man. I love listening to his lives. He's going to be going live soon again because of that 3-month suspension thing, but he's going to be going live soon again. I can't wait, man. Can't wait for Monty to go live. Y'all go subscribe. I'm sure you guys are all subscribed to him, man. Definitely. Jay Giles, thanks so much for the support, man. Thanks so much for the support, man. Always. Jay Giles continues to say, Canelo will cherry pick. I mean, let me get to this real quick. I mean, I understand what you're saying, bro. And Monty Brown said that he said on Instagram that I'm hating on Canelo. No, I'm not hating on Canelo, man. I like Canelo. It's just what I said earlier. You know what I'm saying? Canelo. Okay, so here we got Jay Giles saying Canelo will cherry pick till his fingers hurt. He's in his prime right now, and he's playing around. Canelo is not the pride of Mexico. I mean, that's the thing here that on paper, though, I mean, I give him his credit. You know what I'm saying? I definitely give him his credit. He has skills. He has talent, blah, blah, blah. We already know. He can fight. Everybody knows that. But on paper, tomorrow, 20 years from now, 30 years from now, a lot of people aren't going to see these details. They're not going to see the maneuvering. They're going to see the paper. They're going to see that, oh, he fought Cotto. He fought Kovalev. He fought, so-and-so, Mosley. He fought, you know what I'm saying, Mayweather. You know, they're going to see the names. They're not going to see the context of the ages and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? And the fighters who are in their primes, really competitive potential opponents that he hasn't fought. That's not going to be seen. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it is what it is. But I give him his credit as far as a fighter. You know what I'm saying? I mean, love him, but French fries belts. So why does Canelo get to buy and pick his? I don't know, man. Like, he is president of independent entity instead of being about his legacy like a real fighter. He's not. Yeah. Jay Giles. I mean, I can't say anything against. And it's a controversial thing. I mean, I gotta say, it's a controversial thing. I'm neutrally looking at it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there are other platforms who defend Canelo till the death. You know what I'm saying? Which is fine. I get it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people look at it in that aspect, like, Canelo is the one who's making moves, and it's his potential opponents who are ducking them. And others say, I just look at it kind of in the middle, and I look at, I kind of think his promoter has a lot to do with it too. I kind of think that, Canelo is being maneuvered, not because he wants to necessarily, but his higher ups are maneuvering him. What did I say earlier? Remember that, you guys, that promoters, they show the options that fighters have, and they tell the fighters, look, you can fight the best because you're a fighter. You want that, because I'm sure the fighters say that. I'm not just talking about Canelo. I'm talking about fighters in general. I'm sure fighters say, I want the best. I want this guy. He's been calling me out. I want him now. I want him. Let's go. But the promoters say, oh, no. Look. If you wait another year and a half and we'll build the fight up more, you're going to make 10 times as much, and we'll put it on pay-per-view. Blah, 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 blah. You see what I'm saying? And you think the fighter won't buy into that? That's the issue here. You see what I'm saying? I don't think it's just Canelo always doing this, but a lot of people do say it, but I don't know, man. It's hard to say, you know what I'm saying? But I tend towards that. I tend to think that, you know what I'm saying? AJ is a Nigerian, and they are smart people. Yeah, he has a plan to make as much money with the least risk and retire with a bag. Love him or hate him, he's doing what he's now. Let me speak something here. This is what I wanted to say about this is what I want to talk about today also with the Box News and Box Talking News. Anthony Joshua recently said that Wilder ducked him. Please, Anthony Joshua, don't be saying please. Just hush. Those are the things I don't like about Anthony Joshua. I mean, he's a great guy. I mean, I like to see him fight. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I like seeing him fight. But, and I said this before time and time again. I've said this before in my recent lives, when the issue comes out with Anthony Joshua. I really don't like how he conducted himself when it came to when he had the opportunity to fight Wilder years ago. Him and Eddie Hearn, wording it, twisting their words around, and just playing with the media, making it look like they really wanted to fight Wilder, but they didn't. Okay? That's what I don't like. And then he recently said, no, Wilder ducked me. Dude, that we know the truth. We know. Actions speak louder than words. Stop talking about Wilder ducked you. No. D-Lo's in the building. What's going on, D-Lo? What's going on? We're just talking boxing, bro. We're talking about box news, box talking news. You know what I'm saying? We're going to go to chat here. We're just checking out the chat real fast. So, we got G-Funky's in the building also, man. I appreciate you, man. G-Funky showing love up in here, definitely. Let's see what G-Funky guys say. I'm glad Tank is finally... Exactly, bro. You're right, but I don't think Ryan is easy. Now, that's true. That's true, G-Funky. I like how G-Funky says things here. Look, that's a good point. Now, this is, I said this to guys, go check out the video. I posted a video some time ago, months ago, about, it's called something like along the lines of, can Ryan Garcia really beat Gervonta Tank Davis? I think that's the title. It's like in a question form. That's very true. Because Ryan Garcia, you guys, this boy has been training, and that's all he does. But he has a weakness. Okay? Ryan Garcia has a weakness. We all have weaknesses. But as a fighter, Ryan Garcia has a weakness. One of his weaknesses is this. Check this out, guys. He's overlooking Campbell. I said this on recently on Blue Blood, if I'm not mistaken. He's overlooking I was going to say he's overlooking Blue Blood. He's overlooking Luke Campbell. He's talking to Tank all day, but he has an opponent in front of him, which is Luke Campbell. Why is he doing that? You see what I'm saying? That's not smart to do as a fighter. It doesn't matter if he's an underdog. It doesn't matter if Luke Campbell is potentially looked at as an underdog or whatever. It doesn't matter. What happened to underdog? We see it time and time again, ladies and gentlemen. Underdogs come and take out the champs. I'm not saying I'm saying Ryan is not even a champ, but it's just to get my point across. Lots of times, champs overlook the underdogs. They overlook them. Ryan right now is overlooking Campbell. He's thinking that Campbell is, I'm going to get him out of the way and I'm going to go fight Tank Davis. No, Ryan Garcia, stop that, bro. Stop that, bro. Man, and I've been saying, Ryan Garcia, man, one dangerous arsenal that he has is he's always training. He's with Eddie Reynoso. He's with Canelo. Come on, guys. That's what I pointed out in my video that I'm talking about, that Ryan Garcia is training with a great team, guys. So I agree with G-Funky that I don't think it's going to be an easy fight for him. Ryan Garcia got speed, man. That boy, man, wow. And I said this, guys. I said this time and time again. Ryan Garcia, I'm almost positive. And remember, this whole thing with him, cheating on his baby mama. Ryan Garcia got his head in the game. He has to keep his head in the game. I understand, man. He got fame. He got, a flock of girls behind him. He kind of reminds me of the old Oscar, fighting the young Oscar De La Hoya when he was a boxer, man. He had flocks of women around him. Seems like most of his followers were women. Ryan Garcia has the same thing, man. Go to Instagram. Look at all the women it seems like more girls who want to be his girlfriend follow him. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not criticizing. I'm just saying it is what it is. I mean, he has loads of girls behind him. And it's not easy for a young man like him to be focused with so much people of the opposite sex behind you. I mean, we got to speak facts. We're speaking as men here. I'm speaking as man. You know what I'm saying? We're men. You all know what I'm talking about. For any man, I think it's kind of hard to do that. It's possible, obviously. It just depends on the strength of your mind and your discipline and your morals and your values. You see what I'm saying? But Ryan Garcia, it's evident already. It's already evident that he's going by the wayside with the honeys. He's cheating on his baby mama. I don't know if that's a publicity stunt. I don't know if I doubt it, but whatever. I don't get into that stuff, but it's out there. It's out there. It's news. And it relates to the sport of boxing, and it can affect Ryan Garcia's focus. Somebody, check it out, guys. Remember, boxing is combat sports in general, not just boxing. Combat sports in general. Boxing is combat sports. It's approximately 90%, 80%, whatever. I'm not a scientist, whatever. I don't, psychologist, I don't know. But approximately 90% mental, 10% physical, okay? We've heard it from champs. We heard it say it time and time again from the fighters in their own mouths. 90%, approximately 90% mental, 10% physical. If a fighter is going through like a divorce, if a fighter is going through, a very sensitive situation in his personal life, it's going to affect him in the ring. It can distract you, man, especially when it's with your own family, and Ryan Garcia right now cheating on his baby mama. You don't know what happens when he goes home. I don't know if he lives with her. I don't know, man. I don't know his business in that aspect, but getting messages, why are you cheating, a baby mama crying in your face. And it's just hard. That's hard. And to go to training and to try to train, it's going to affect you, man. It's going to affect you. So Ryan Garcia, man, I mean, that's the weak side that I see right now with Ryan Garcia. He has to stop overlooking, Luke Campbell. But on the flip side, if Ryan Garcia is focused as he usually is, and that's just who he is. Ryan Garcia is training. He's focused. He's a gym rat, whatever. I think, and I've been saying it time and time again, Ryan Garcia is going to show new things. I don't think he's going to have that stiff neck that a lot of people talk about, his chin up in the air. I think he's going to really improve in that because you got Canelo in his corner, you guys. You got Canelo there. You got Eddie Reynoso. They're working on those deficiencies. And I think we're going to see amazing new things when he fights Campbell. But he has to be careful. He has to be careful. So I think we have to see first. Ryan Garcia and how he performs against Campbell. We have to see that, man. We have to see how that rides. And if he shows up and shows out and does it and gives a great performance against Luke Campbell, okay? If he does and just blows him out the park, man, blows him out the water. If he blows Campbell out the water come December 5th, then I think it's going to be a competitive fight when he fights Tank. It's going to be a competitive fight, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a competitive fight. We cannot ignore you guys. We cannot ignore Leo was touching up Tank Davis, you guys. Leo was touching him up. And Leo, he didn't have the best game plan, okay? Leo was being Leo. And that's why 95% of the boxing community, maybe higher, knew that Leo was going to get knocked out. Because we know Leo, how he fights. And he didn't change up the game plan. He didn't, you know what I'm saying? We know what it is. So Tank was getting touched up by that Leo. Just imagine what Ryan Garcia, I mean, I think it would be, I think it's going to be a good fight, you guys. It's going to be a good fight. But I'm most positive it's not going to happen May 5th, 2021. I'm most certain it's not going to happen, you guys. It's not going to happen, man. I mean, unfortunately, it's not going to. Thanks so much, Jay Giles, man. Love you, bro. Thanks so much, man. You just showing so much love. Top of the morning, G Funky. Yeah, definitely, man. G Funky's in the building, man. Let me get to the chat real quick, man. I love it here. So, I don't think Spence versus Bud will ever happen. I think it will, but it's going to be 2022, man. Approximately. And okay, real quick. Bud, okay, they posted something on Top Rank or whatever, I don't know, or on Top Rank, Instagram, whatever the heck, social media, okay, about him trying. They're promoting the fight with Bud and Brooke, okay, they're promoting the fight with Bud and Brooke. And you just got to see the comments from boxing community. People are tired of Bud, man, and I'm sorry, it's sad. People are tired of Bud. And I mean, man, dude, they're not convinced with Bud versus Brooke, you guys. I know some of the boxing community is, and they're giving Brooke the credit, and they're, oh yeah, he can fight, he can hit hard, and but guys, I mean, we got to face the facts, man. Brooke is not the same. Kell Brook is not the same, you guys. And Bud is really being discredited right now, as a fighter in the welterweight division. I'm not talking as a fighter in general. He has accomplished amazing accolades in the lower divisions. You already know the story with him. But in the welterweight division, guys, he's not cutting it. Just go to the comments. I'm not saying that the comment section in social media is all the boxing community. No. But when you see the majority of comments saying that Bud's a cherry picker, saying that Bud, stop fighting bums, saying that. I'm not saying it. It's the social community that's saying it. I'm not saying it. I never call fighters bums. You already know my platform. But, you know, what Zeno's saying here, I don't think Spence versus Bud will ever happen. This is the sad thing, man, that, you know, a lot of people aren't convinced about Bud right now in the welterweight division, man. Bud and Brooke, man, a lot of people are looking down on this fight, man. I'm just speaking facts, man. I'm just speaking what many are speaking about, or what many are saying. I'm sorry, on what many are saying. And I think it's sad. I think it's sad, man. I mean, we all know what's going to happen with Bud versus Brooke, man. We all know. You know, I mean, it's sad to say it like that, but, or maybe I should say this. Maybe I should say this. We all know what will most likely happen in this fight, because boxing has a lot of intangibles, right? Intangibles. Anything can happen in the sport of boxing. You know what I'm saying? Anything can happen in a fight. But we most likely know what's going to happen with Bud versus Brooke. And it's not a fight that's going to convince many people, guys, with Bud in the welterweight division. And Bud has to step it up, man. Don't step it up with Spence yet, Bud. Go fight Porter. We already know the story with him. And it's just so sad. And Zeno, it would be a lot sadder, or more sad, whatever the comparative is. It would be a lot sadder if Spence versus Bud. If you think if Spence doesn't fight Bud, how would Bud go down in the history books? How would he go down? Yes, I'm sure he'll make the Hall of Fame. I don't even know if he's in that. I don't pay attention much to the Hall of Fame stuff, but he'll probably go down in the Hall of Fame. But he's going to go down as oh my God, the big disappointment in the welterweight division. That's kind of what I'm saying here. He would go down as a big disappointment in the welterweight division if he doesn't fight Spence. Even if he doesn't fight Porter. Even if he doesn't fight Pacquiao. Even if he doesn't fight maybe even Anugas. Even if he doesn't, you know, the list goes on and on. The list goes on and on, you guys. I'm sorry, man. I'm just... So, I mean, it has to happen. I'm sure most likely it's going to be 2022, you guys. I mean, just, you know what I'm saying? 2022. Go ahead and share, definitely, man. Go ahead and share, you guys. Like, subscribe. Thank you for the new subscribers that haven't been subscribing on the channel, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Definitely, man. New subscribers, old subscribers, everybody who's been with me since day one. I love it, man. I just love chopping up with you guys. Terrence has more to prove to Errol because Terrence only fought Khan. Man, I'm saying, Bud's awesome, but you know, I'm to the point where it's sad to say it, bro. Community, ladies and gentlemen, community, love you guys. It's sad to say that I'm getting to the point where I don't even want to talk about Bud anymore, and I don't really talk about Bud. Look at my channel. Go look at the thumbnails and what I talk about. It's not about Bud, man, because it's for the same reason. It's for the same reason. I mean, it's like, I'm done with him, man. Right now, I want to just kind of, and it's sad that I'm getting to that point because I do the same with Demetrius Andrade. I do the same with several fighters because they're not showing it. They're not showing the skills. Yes, I'm not talking about skills. I'm talking about the caliber of opponents they're fighting. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying because I don't talk about certain fighters because they're not fighting certain great fighters. No, but there's just so many fighters out there. There's too many to talk about. You know what I'm saying? But Terrence, unfortunately, it's like I'm not right now. I don't run it. You know, I don't elaborate too much on this guy, man, because he has to step up, man. He has to Mickey Mouse French. We got here because it's not a legitimate title, and the WBC are pushing a title that has no money. That's another story with the WBC, man. Wow, WBC right now is under fire, ladies and gentlemen. WBC. No, we don't know the truth, Renee. Yes, the deal was most likely very vaulty, but Wilder has never tried to. I feel you, Zeno. I feel you, bro. Yeah, we don't know 100% truth, but I mean, there are things that point out to certain things. You know what I'm saying? I feel you, Zeno. I'm not going against what you say, bro. I feel you. I feel you. Campbell is by any means no pushover for Garcia. Exactly. That's why he has to focus, man. Ryan is just one of the girls. Like, oh, ouch. Man, Bruce is putting it out there, man. Ouch. You know, Ryan got to stay focused, man. I mean, I understand he has other, you know, patrocinadores. That's how you say it in Spanish. He has other, how do you say it? Hold on. The name has not even come to my mind. But he has other business deals where he's modeling and blah, blah, blah. You know, I mean, that's nice. But he has to stay focused, man. Ryan right now, he's at the time of his life where he can really fall. And he has to be careful. Ryan's personal life hasn't changed him in the ring yet because we good. Yeah, that's true, G Funky. But I'm talking about like recent, really, this is fresh, what, like 2 weeks. So yeah, not yet. That's why a lot rides on the Campbell fight. We got to see how he performs in the Campbell fight. You know, this whole thing with his baby mama and, you know, check this out, G Funky. And everybody. Jake Paul recently came out and on social media. Jake Paul, I don't really care what he says, but he did have some truth to this. And this was before, check this out, guys. Pay attention. No one's talking about this. This was before this whole incident with Ryan Garcia cheating on his baby mama. Okay, this was before that. Jake Paul came out and said that, Ryan Garcia is, out in Hollywood, partying, with girls, doing stuff. It's not like I took what Jake Paul said, but then when this came out with Ryan Garcia recently, then it makes you think. This was all recent. This was like within a month's time, you guys. This is just recent. So this makes you think. This makes you think. So I have my eyeballs on Ryan Garcia, and I like him. I really want him to come up. Y'all know me. I've been saying this, man. I have the benefit of the doubt for Ryan Garcia. I have a big benefit of the doubt for Ryan Garcia. A lot of people talk down on him, say, yeah, he's stiff, he's still green. I think we're gonna see another Ryan. We're gonna see good things. And I'm not gonna say another Ryan Garcia, like I said with Tank earlier, but we're gonna see great things with Ryan Garcia, you guys, if he stays focused, though. If he stays focused, still, we gotta wait and see what he's gonna do with Luke Campbell. Oh, Andre is in the building. Oh, what the heck? Oh my gosh, Andre, thank you so much for breaking this, bro. Check this out, ladies and gentlemen. This is breaking. Really? I didn't see this. Okay, yeah, I mean, like I'm saying, guys, that's why I don't do breaking news. You see, guys, because breaking news, if I were to post a breaking news this morning, tomorrow there would be a new development. No, if I were to post a video right now on breaking news concerning an issue, the time that I post that breaking news, it would be old news because another development regarding that breaking news would come up. And then it would be, you see what I'm saying? You guys see what I'm saying? So by the time I post up a video of breaking news, another development regarding that breaking news would come out. By the time that I post the breaking news, then the breaking news would be old news. You see what I'm saying? Y'all see what I'm saying? That's why I don't do breaking news, man. But Andre's breaking it out for us, ladies and gentlemen. So, Andre, thanks so much, man. Salute to you, bro. Thanks so much for tuning in. Breaking news. Tank Davis was allegedly involved in a hit and run. Man. Y'all investigate that, man. Get the details, please. What? Another issue for Tank, dude, right when he was getting on his feet. You see, you guys? I mean, there are so many things that come. We're not going to see, you guys. This just adds on to that. We're not going to see a Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia May 5th. There's just too many things that are happening, man. What the heck is... Oh, man, I'm not going to judge Tank. I don't know what happened, so I'm not going to say anything right now. So, yeah, we got to wait for developments, man. Let's wait for developments. Thank you so much, Andre. Thank you so much, Andre. Y'all check it out. Y'all go investigate that. Please, please, please. Okay. Well, wait after this live, please. Or during the live. Wait, stay tuned in, right? Don't just leave me alone. Alex Santos is the builder. Thanks so, bro. What's up, hermano? ¿Qué onda? Yeah, I agree. That fight ain't happening. Yeah, it's not going to happen. A lot of fights aren't going to happen. But we're seeing great fights, though. So let's enjoy the ride, guys. Let's enjoy the ride. You know what I'm saying? Let's enjoy the ride. Say what? Wait, what? Yeah, bro. Look on Twitter. What? Tank. Hit and run? Man, I gotta get the details in a moment, man. I'm gonna get it. Spence versus Bud 2050. Yeah, I think so. It's gonna be like Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr. exhibition. They're gonna retire. They're gonna be old, and then they're gonna come back and fight an exhibition. But look, you guys. Check this out. Excuse me. Check this out. Listen. If Spence versus Bud does not happen at all, Spence is going to go down in the history books as one of the best welterweights, and Bud is not. Spence has proved a lot so far, and he's going to continue to prove it. You see? So Bud's going to look worse. I mean, that's what I'm trying to say here. Bud is going to look worse. Because he ain't, I mean, y'all know the story there. Spit facts, you gotta maintain your professional. Yeah. And this goes for everything. This is not just boxers. That's why I learned so much with fights. That's why I love the sport of boxing. I apply what I see in fighters' lives and in my life. The discipline, the mindset, the maturity, the focus, the tunnel vision. I do that and I apply it in my personal life, and I apply other things that help me in my personal life and my professional life also. And it just goes out in all my life, and it goes out in all aspects of my life. I learn from these guys. I learn from these fighters, man. I love it. I love it. Welterweight. Oh, look at that wordplay. Look at that. Look at them bars. Wow. Welterweight division. Man, Andre, that's awesome, man. I'm going to look into it. Yeah, y'all look into it, please. Go ahead and multitask and check it out. But is it avoided? Yeah. I'm not saying he isn't, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, he can do better. I think he can fight other fights, man. But still has the best win at yeah, that's a good win. That's a nice win. I'm not taking anything away from that win. Kell Brook will retire after this fight if Bud brings his A game. Yeah, but Brook is done, man. But Brook is Sylvester Salome, salute family, 2011. Thanks so much for tuning in, man. Thank you so much. Yeah, bro. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I try not to, I'm not saying I waste time, no, but with this whole Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford stuff talk, I don't spend too much time on it. I know I am now because it's relevant. I mean, we talk about it. It's boxing, but it's just sad. Exactly. Silver Stallone. So, I mean, Sylvester Stallone, I'm not the only one talking. A lot of you guys are. The boxing community is talking about it, and they think that. We all think that, it's a big possibility. That's not even going to happen. I think it is, but in 2022 at least, or 2023. Porter is ducking Bud. Go to Main Man. Yeah, Main Man speaks well, man. I mean, I like what he speaks. He posted a video of Porter saying he doesn't want to fight Bud because he loves Bud. I remember that. I mean, they both have fault, though. They both have the fault here, I can say. Because Bud was one of the first ones that was saying it, though. Zeno, we got to understand that. Bud was one of the first ones coming out. Oh, he's my friend, and I'm not really looking to fight Porter. And Bud was one of the first ones saying this. And then Porter comes around saying this stuff, too. So, I mean, they both. I understand, Zeno. But Bud has more options, though. Porter's not the only guy. That's what I'm trying to say here, too. But Porter's not the only guy. There are lots of other fighters in the welterweight that he can go and face, but he's going to the lower tier. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing that a lot of the boxing community has the issue. Real boxing fans has issues with. That's the thing there. You know what I'm saying? But I feel you, Now, I feel you, definitely. The closest thing to Errol versus Terrence will be featured on a yep, fantasy fighting stuff, man. That's why I personally don't like to talk fantasy stuff, but it's part of it. But yeah. Alex Santos, I told her for about it. Yeah, exactly. Andrade, I don't know. Andrade, okay, let's get into this. You guys. Please. This is another thing I want to talk about in Box Talking News today, this morning. Andrade is calling out Spence now. Come on, man. Andrade's desperate. He don't know what the heck is happening. His own promoter don't know who the heck he's going to fight. He was going to fight Destiny Hernandez. Now he's going to fight some other guy. Man, Andrade, he's just desperate. That's another one that's a similar situation with Bud. Man, Andrade, man. Now he's calling out Spence. Andrade, just I don't know what to say there. Because Porter will fight anyone. Yeah. Porter, I mean, that's the thing, though. Porter, I mean, if the offer is sent to him, I'm sure he'll fight anyone, man. That's the thing. No, I like Zeno. Bud, I like Bud, man. Bud. But I don't know, man. I just haven't seen. I still personally think Bud has to prove more in the welterweight division. That's my stance. He has to prove more in the welterweight division. That's just with Bud right now. You know what I'm saying? Look at the, I mean, yeah, that's just my stance on Bud right now. With the welterweight division, I'm not saying Bud is nothing. Of course not. What Bud? I've said it time and time again. Accolades, amazing. Jeff Horn, okay, but the opponents he has fought after Horn, I don't buy it, man. I don't buy it. I think he has to step up, man. The talent, of course he has. but I want to see it put to the test. I feel the same, about several other fighters, not just Bud. I've been saying it time and time again about Canelo. I've been saying it time and time again about Andrade. I've been saying it about several other fighters. You know what I'm saying? That's not the only one. You know what I'm saying? That's not the only one. So that's how I feel with Bud. You know what I'm saying? But with all due respect about Bud, you know what I'm saying? Porter's a mandatory for Bud. If anything, Kenny Porter said himself they wanted Bud rematch. Or that's a thing. They wanted Bud or a rematch. Yeah, exactly. Kenny has been saying that. So what are you talking about? Yeah, I don't know. It's a back and forth thing. But I see that Porter, I think he's about it, man. I think he does want to fight Bud. But listen, guys, listen. Bob is manipulating the whole thing with Bud. Bob is manipulating this whole thing with Bud. We all know it. We all know it. Come on, guys. Bud is chained to Bob. He's chained to him. Bob is calling the shots with Bud, man. Bob is calling the shots with Bud. Okay? Bob, I mean, if Bob is not calling the shots with Bud, then that means Bud chose Benavidez. That means Bud chose Khan. That means Bud chose Brooke. Right? I mean, I'm saying, you guys, my prediction is that Porter will vacate his mandatory position. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't think he'll do that. I'm not surprised this Ryan guy has the biggest female fan base that had. Well, why? Yeah, I'm not surprised either. I thought you said you were surprised. No, of course not. I've said this a long time ago. When my channel was even smaller. I got a small channel, but when it was way smaller, when it was half the followers I have now, or less than half, I've said that one of the reasons why Ryan is he has such a female big fan base. He's an attractive kid, really good looking kid. He's models, he's an Instagram model guy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're right. You're right, Alex. He has a big female, not necessarily because he's fighting the best fighters out there. Of course not. G Funky, Renee, is it cool if I put the link here put the link? Go ahead, bro. Of course, man. You don't have to ask me. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Put the link up, G Funky. I just got I just went to this comment right now, so because there's several comments here. So go ahead, G Funky. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. So Briscoe says here, hey Renee, want a link? A link. We're talking about the Tank one, right? I think Briscoe's. I will bet money that Porter will pursue that. Yeah. I don't think Porter's gonna vacate mandatory against Bud, man. He's gonna stay there. Tank always in some BS looking like I know, Andre, man. Just when I had my hopes high on Tank. I was talking, he's back, he's focused, he's training again. Now a hit and run. But we gotta wait for details. I don't want to speak prematurely about this because listen, was he driving? Was he passenger side? Was he totally responsible on this? We got to wait. We got to wait for details. Let's wait for details. Let's pray Tank isn't, though he's gifted. Yeah, well, let's wait for details. D Hodges in the building. What's up, D Hodges? D Hodges, thank you so much for your support, man. We're family, definitely, man. We're just talking about some box talking news, man. Box talking news. Thanks so much, D Hodges, for jumping in. Y'all go subscribe for G Funky too. Go subscribe to G Funky in the building, man. Also, I don't bet money, but we will need to wait and see. J Giles. Yeah, we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see what Porter does. So we got here. Yeah, thanks so much. Go ahead and like, you guys. Andrade is confused. Alex Sanchez says here. Andrade is confused. Man, he doesn't know what day it. Yeah. Andrade is just. I don't know about that guy. He's kind of weird, man. I mean, skills, I definitely respect. As a fighter, awesome, but I don't know about Andrade, man. You got to leave Hearn. You got to leave Eddie Hearn. What the heck are you doing there, Andrade? I just don't. He's not going to leave a legacy, you guys. Andrade's not leaving any legacy at all. I mean, it is what it is. Andrade is not leaving any legacy at all. So Andrade Briscoe says here, Andrade from my town, been watching him all his career, disappointing all the homies. Exactly. Disappointing all the homies. I mean, Briscoe said it right there. Look. He's from his hometown. He's from his town. So disappointing all the homies. There you go. I mean, I'm not you see? I mean, it is what it is. People around him are disappointed. I mean, it is what it is. Yes, Zeno, thank you. It is. You see? So, I mean, it is what it is, you guys. Bob is manipulating Bud's position. Exactly. And Bud, obedient to Bob. I mean, it's Bud's fault. You see? I mean, Bud put himself in that position. I mean, it is what it is. He put himself in it, so he has to deal it. He has to deal with these opponents. He has to deal with all that criticism. He has to deal with it now. I mean, it's sad, but it's true. I always ask people, I feel you, bro. It's all due respect, man. G Funky, man, all due respect right there, man. Definitely showing the respect all day, bro. Awesome, man. Love you, bro. Thanks so much, man. G Funky boxing me too. Yeah. Thank you guys. Porter is at the top of his game right now. Bud is not. I'm not taking. Yeah, of course. Yes. Porter is way hungrier. I mean, Porter is one of the hungriest welterweights right now. And in boxing, period. I mean, but let's wait. Yeah. Facts, Jay Giles. Facts. Yeah, it's on TV. Allegedly, Tank was in B More. He was in B More? Oh, man, this kid, man. Isn't that funny? You see how life works? Earlier in this live, I was talking about Adrien Broner is the blueprint for Tank on what not to do. He was in Baltimore. Wasn't he just left? Didn't he just leave Baltimore and back to training out of the environment? Man, come on, Tank. This is not good. This is not good. Bud will fight who Bob tells him. Yeah, exactly. That's what's going on. You think he'll let Bud and Porter fight right? No, it's too much of a big risk. Exactly. To big a risk, the future will speak. Exactly. Bob knows that Porter's a risk. And Bud, nice and obedient. Buy yourself out, just like Ryan Garcia did, Bud. Just like Mayweather did. Just like Pacquiao did. Just like Andy Ruiz did. Get out of Top Rank, man. Get out of it. If not, you're going to continue being looked down upon in the welterweight division, unfortunately. That's what it is. Andrade doesn't need to leave Eddie Hearn. He needs to get out of boxing. Oh, man. Oh, my gosh, Zeno. It's not Eddie. It's Andrade. Yeah, I guess it is. Andrade doesn't want to fight. Man, I don't know, Zeno. I think it's Hearn, bro. Zeno, I think it's Hearn, man. Hearn is not – he doesn't do the best matchups in the zone anyway. He does some good ones. I'm not taking anything away from Hearn, but he does – I give some credit to him. For crying out loud, he's doing those stupid YouTube matchups, man. I mean, a lot has to do with the Hearn too. You know, so I mean, I'm not putting all the blame on Andrade. I do put some blame on Andrade that he extended his contract or whatever under Eddie Hearn. So in the same situation, Andrade is Bud 2.0. I made a video about that. Simply said, Bud can fight EJ next. That's all I want. Yeah, we all want that, but man, unfortunately, bro. I mean, it's most likely not going to happen, man. So I'm going to get going, man. Been here for an hour and a half, man. Wow. Love chopping it up with you guys, man. I got to get going, man. Thank you guys so much. Renee Box Young, man. Y'all go ahead and share this, man. Thank you so much, community, man. I love chopping it up with you guys, man. So, and I apologize. I'm going to do it again. Okay. Next live I go on, I'm going to anticipate it. Okay. I'm going to post it a couple days before, at least a day before. Okay. At least a day before, okay, or 2 days before I go live. So you guys can be notified because I just go on live out of nowhere, okay? So sorry about that. I'm going to definitely do that. Yeah, I got a dislike, man. There are haters everywhere. Man. And I'm one of the platforms that y'all know what it is, man. I got to speak about myself. Okay, so yeah, man, it's all good, whatever. Yeah, thank you guys so much, man, for your support, man. I'll love you guys, man, so much. Real quick, we're here. He had no choice. Renee Porter didn't want the fight. I don't know, man. Danny has a fight with EJ. Yeah, of course. For the situation right now, man, it's kind of hard to get the fights in. But, man, thank you guys so much, man. Go ahead and like and subscribe for any new listeners out there, man. I appreciate you guys so much. I'm definitely going to post before I go live, days before, okay? So y'all can know, okay? Thank you so much, man. Peace out. Got to go, man. Stay safe. Please take care of yourselves, family. Till next one. Peace out, fam.